Alright, here's the second of the promised videos in a rarely used competitive match using my team, well not exact team, but the Pokemon from my Pokemon White playthrough. So, yeah, this is the second one against ThatsMyLatios. I actually found two battles willing to try, two battlers trying to, willing to try RU, so it's pretty nice. So anyway, he leads with Fion, which is, pretty annoying. I'm just going to switch out into my queen, queen bug, which is decided to name my love bug my battle bug, since I already have my scissor name battle bug. I don't like to repeat nicknames for my competitive pokes, so that's why I decided to give the nickname to my Lievany. Anyway, so I just go for the Leaf Blade, hoping they would stay in. He ends up critting with Surf, which is really just sucks, because this is a Life Orb Lievany Swords Dance set, so I'm like, well, this really stinks. Anyway, I kind of predicted the Stealth Rock, so I decided just to go for a Swords Dance, and now I'm just going to go for a Leaf Blade, kind of hoping to KO. He ends up going into Garbodor, which is a good play since it resists Leaf Blade and X-Scissor, my two stab attacks. I did decide to put Shadow Claw, which is a move I used in my playthrough on this guy instead of Return, because I wanted to be able to hit Ghost types. So, yeah, I decided to go for the Shadow Claw. It's a neutral, so I thought, it'd probably be the best hit. And it ends up doing some decent damage, although I am unable to kill it, and he gets up a layer of spikes. So once again, I have to deal with Stealth Rocks and spikes, which is just kind of annoying. Oh well, so I just go for a Leaf Blade just in case he feels like switching. He doesn't. He just lets Garbodor die, the stupid walking trash bag. Such an annoying Pokemon. Oh well, so now my queen is dead, so I have to switch, and I go out into Pinata. I died to my own Life Orb, by the way. And, yeah, he goes out into Fion, goes for the U-turn, so it's faster, so at this point I'm thinking Fion is Scarfed, although I don't have complete speed investments on Pinata, obviously. It is a pretty defensive set. I go for a Cosmic Power, not really knowing what to expect. I'm pretty sure I can survive anything that the Fion tries to throw at me, and with a, Cosmic Power, I should be able to live a lot. So anyway, I just go for a Psycho Shift, and that'll burn the Bastiodon. And then he roars, so that kind of sucks. He roars me out into Troll, which is going to get some, Stealth Rock and Spikes damage on him. But at least this is an opportunity to set up my own Stealth Rocks, because I can't really have him having, like, Spikes and Stealth Rocks with me not having a single entry hazard up. So this gives me an opportunity to at least set up the Stealth Rocks, so that's what I do. He ends up going into Serperior, which is really annoying. I was hoping he would overpredict like this and go for the Calm Mind, because I decided just to explode, try to get rid of this thing. And he said he was kind of expecting explosion, but he wasn't sure. He thought I would end up switching, trying to keep my Troll, but this is great for me because I am able to take this thing out, which is just awesome. So that's pretty cool for me. He was trying to, be greedy, go for the Calm Mind, predicting a switch, and I would just hear none of it. So anyway, so here comes back in Bastiodon, and he's still burned, but I go into Chrono thinking Fion, and it's not Fion, so that's annoying. I go for a Volt Switch, hoping I can, keep Chrono for later, but unfortunately, looking at, it was actually pretty stupid, because, it's with Spikes and Stealth Rocks, he's not going to get many hits coming back in, so, oh well. The Bastiodon ends up using Metal Burst, which is a move that, is kind of like Counter, it's like a combined version of Counter and, yeah, what's the other one? The one that does the same thing for special moves, except it doesn't, do double damage. It does 150% of the damage, so it's still a pretty decent chunk, because thank God Volt Switch didn't end up doing more to Bastiodon. That's what you get for investing in special defense, you stupid dino. But anyway, so he's just going to roar me out, which is just, life. I did get off a Roost, which is kind of nice. He roars in me into Miami, and I'm just going to go for an Earthquake, thinking that he might switch back into Fion. And, Earthquake is X4 effective against Bastiodon anyway, so it wasn't really that much of a risk. I ended up doing more than half to Fion, and I was kind of hoping that he would, do something else, but he ends up going for Grass Knot. I wasn't even expecting him to have Grass Knot, so yeah, he just does that. Anyway, going to Chrono, knowing I resist Grass Knot, and I'm a pretty light Pokemon. Although after those Stealth Rocks and Spikes, he probably could have still killed me with a Grass Knot. He ends up playing it safe and switching in a Sawk to take my Thunder, which is boosted to 91% accuracy thanks to Compound Eyes. And I just eliminate this thing in one hit, because that's how, that's how awesome Chrono is, man. That's how awesome Galvantula is. So that's cool. Anyway, he goes back into Fion now. I can't switch out, kind of hoping that I would outspeed But he is Scarfed. This is the confirmation. This Fiona is Scarfed, and he gets off a Surf, which sucks. So I go out in a Pinata. My last two Pokemon are Pinata and Emboar. I obviously can't go into Emboar. I decided just to go for the Cosmic Power, hoping that Surf would actually do less. He ends up doing, like, about half, so that really blows. But now that I have a Cosmic Power up, I'm like, okay, I know he's probably going to switch, but I'm just going to go for a Roost just to get back to full. He goes into Mesprit, and I'm like, okay, this thing can carry Thunderbolt, but after a Cosmic Power, alright, it's not stabbed or anything, I felt confident that it would do less than half. So I decided, just because I don't know what kind of Mesprit it is, it could be, like, defensive, but it is a Life Orb, just pure aggro one. I decided to go for the Psycho Shift. I know because it's usually special, but I just wanted residual damage. But it, yeah, it does more than half with Life Orb, and that misplay might have cost me. I probably should have just been safe and went for the second Cosmic Power, because after that, I could probably take another one and maybe do some Roost Stall, eventually do some damage. I mean, I really wanted to get residual damage on the Mesprit because my only attack is resisted by Mesprit, the stored power attack. So that is just not good for me. And I go out into my Bacon. I don't really know why. I guess, it doesn't really matter one way or the other. He probably could have one-hit KO'd me with that Psyshock attack, so I just go into it. I guess I was hoping that I don't even know what I was hoping for. So, yeah, I just end up going back into Pinata, and that's the game. So, it was pretty close. Yeah, at the end there, I made a big misplay, and it cost me, but it was a very close match. He had 3 Pokemon left, but they were all pretty injured. The Mesprit was near death, the Bastiodon was burned, and I think it's Fiona, which it would have been a big problem, obviously. It was at least, it was pretty damaged, and I probably could have walled it eventually with Pinata had it advanced that far. So it was a pretty close match. Kind of enjoyed using my team from my Pokemon White playthrough. It was an interesting 2 battles. I might do it again, maybe not though. So let me think of a good question of the day. I'm actually going to reuse another question of the day, just because it's it's new in Gen 5. I asked a lot of these question of the days in Gen 4, but seeing that Gen 5 is a completely new generation, you can reuse them. What is your favorite starter Pokemon of all time? This can be from any generation. I guess you can include Pikachu if you really want to because of Pokemon Yellow. But yeah, what is your favorite starter? What is the one that is obviously, what is the one that's your favorite? So let's go over them, shall we? I guess, you can answer just because you like the starter itself or its final evolved form. So let's see. Charmander, Squirtle, Bulbasaur, that's Gen 1. Then you have, oh goodness, Cyndaquil, Totodile, Chikorita. Alright, that's Gen 2. I was thinking, I probably know their final evolved forms probably better than the actual starters themselves. Gen 3 was Trico, Mudkip, and Torchic. Okay, there you go. Gen 4, oh, crud. Well, it's a thing that evolves into Infernape. The thing that evolves into that penguin guy. Crap, Piplup, that's its first form. Torterra, the thing that evolves into Torterra. Don't remember their first forms too well. Okay, so, and then the Gen 5, which you have Emboar, Serperior, and, crap. The water, crap. What is it called? Oh, well, like Oshawott or something like that. Alright, but anyway, those are all the starters. My failness, couldn't remember most of them, but there you go. My favorite has to be Charmander, always has been, always will be. Evolves into a freaking kick-ass Charizard dragon thing. Just by far the coolest starter Pokemon. Although competitively, I would say that my favorite one to use competitively is probably either Infernape or Swampert, since those are just pretty kick-ass competitive Pokemon. I've always had a soft part in my heart for Alligator as well competitively, and I like the design of Feraligatr. So, anyway, leave a comment about your favorite starter. Since I've decided that was a good question, since I think both of us had a Gen 5 starter in our team. I had Emboar, he had Serperior. So, rate, comment, subscribe, and see you guys next time. Bye.